From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LALATE, and I'm back with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021, live and direct from Santa Monica, California. As the House of Representatives passed that recon and we're off to the Senate, and new breaking great news this morning as more senators vow to add that MSC, multiple IRS stimulus check in on the Senate side. That would be on top of the incredible provisions so far in this recon that pays you enormous sums of money across the board because the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and the coffee is brewing. The programs so far would pay you about $15,000 of checks, and that is after third stimulus is still paying out money. You need your bills paid today. I'm going to show you how to get your bills paid today and how thousands of viewers got their bills paid in the last 7 days. It's exciting details. I'm so excited for you. Then we turn to the breaking details of student loan debt forgiveness and the new unemployment numbers released just about 10 minutes ago. I have the latest details on that. Then we turn it to COLA raise, 5.9%, and what's fifth stimulus doing right after that is across the board. There's a lot of breaking news this morning as the new unemployment claims were released, the lowest since 1969. It blew away Wall Street's estimate, now the lowest since the recording of this channel started on day one. But also the inflationary numbers are the worst in nearly 30 years. The president looking for a major and quick win with the recon in the Senate. Because of his new numbers out today, he wants a quick turnaround time on the recon. That's great for news for you. The senators want a quick turnaround time on the recon. The senators now vowing again to put MSCs in there. I have those details plus a preview of the new Sirloin Javita Late and Blaine 66 show and the exciting details of the new Holidays LA debuting in 2 hours from now. It's a brand new show back for a brand new season. We have a whole slate of programming. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Well, I'm not looking that great, but I'm feeling beautiful. And I'm excited you're here as a big, bold, beautiful Mornings of LA starts right here, right now, direct from Santa Monica, California. Let's get to the details, and it starts right here, right now. Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We are live and direct from Santa Monica, California, right this beautiful pre-Thanksgiving day. The recon has now passed the House of Representatives off to the Senate, and now the president is looking for a quick turnaround time on the Senate, and the senators are as well. The senators now telling more viewers of this channel they're putting in a monthly IRS stimulus check on top of the $15,000 of checks that would be in this recon so far. But don't wait then. You can get your bills paid today, and I'm going to have for you about a dozen success stories this last 7 days since I've been off camera because of my voice. I'm coming back with a lot of success stories from third stimulus. Viewers getting average of lots of money, and that the average is $45,000. We'll be turning to student loan debt forgiveness. The latest on that. We'll have this stimulus heating up as well. We have a preview of the new exciting Holidays LA show, which debuts live from Santa Monica, California in 2 hours from now. We have a teaser of the Sirloin Javita Late Blaine 66 new series coming to this channel and more, and so subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this incredible family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Here we go. The House of Representatives passes that credible recon last week, and off to the Senate we go with this recon. The recon, the senators now representing to viewers of this channel, they're still putting in at least one stimulus check. But what are the other provisions? Let's get that pen and paper ready. Let's start with each of these checks, and I have new exciting details about one check for $12,500, which I did not know is actually a front-end check. Whoa, this is brand new today. So get that pen and paper ready. Let's start with the recon. The recon will pay about $15,000 across multiple checks of this recon. 3 clusters, 2 add-ons. Let's go over each of them one at a time. And you're going to hear a brand new twist today. I did not know. And it starts in cluster number one. Cluster number one has hazard pay, 1 more year, the earned income tax credit from IRS, $4,000 of elder care, $4,000 of young children's care. They got the Pell Grant, $550 check to my college students. Then they got the free home repairs if you live in a low-income community. They got the CTC, the child tax credit for 1 more year, $3,600. And then they got the $12,500 for the purchase of a new electric vehicle. It's a front-end check. What? We always thought this was a back-end check. No, it's a front-end check. I have the details on that coming up later in this video. It's exciting. We have a lot of breaking news today. Then we turn to the big money from Maxine Waters. She wants to give you money for purchase of your first home, and she got it in there. She wanted this number. She got a little bit less. How do you get this money? Stay with me. It's coming up later in this video. We got a lot coming up. Home repairs and paid leave. Paid leave. Wow, this is exciting. And home repairs, pre-kindergarten. And then the household tax credit. The weatherize your home. Definitely need to weatherize the home. This is for make sure the windows are shatter resistance for hurricane. It's definitely needed because if you look out to the beach and you have a beach house and you have those weatherized windows and you look out and you say, is that the check walking on the beach? Hey, check, how are you? I haven't seen you in months. How are you? I want to wave at the check. Did not wave back, you darn check. Let me break down the window. You can't break down the window. They're weatherized. Let's go to the second add-on of checks. It comes from the illustrious Bob Casey. It's our senator from Pennsylvania. He got in there $250 billion of home health care for my seniors and people with disabilities. It's delicious. How do we get it? It's coming up later in this video, which brings us to our third cluster of checks. Here we go. Wow. We are zooming. We have a lot of breaking news today, so I want to get to all of it. Free school meals for all, tax break checks, cheaper prescription medication, immigration reform, free internet, farmers, then workers, independent contractors, and the Medicare expansion. The Medicare expansion truly embodies what's happening in this coming week. Why? House passed 2 provisions of Medicare expansion. Bernie wants to add 3 more. He wants to bring it to 5. They got in there hearing and lowering the eligibility and the Medicaid gap states. He wants to lower the Medicare eligibility in the Senate. He wants the dental in the Senate, and he wants the vision in the Senate. And that truly embodies what we talk about when we look at MSC, which stands for multiple IRS stimulus check. We have a lot of senators, no less than 3 to 6 in the last 7 days, telling separate viewers of this channel, who have told thousands of viewers over the last few months since May, that they are still inserting a monthly or multiple IRS stimulus check in this provision. This is where you want it to be. You need to pick up the phone and advocate. Those 6 senators, of course, are the same 6 senators we have featured on this channel for months. And it is Casey, Coons, Sanders, Schumer, Warren, Wyden. The 2 C's, the 2 S's, and the 2 W's. What's at issue? The senators have a lot to do in this recon. They have a lot of stuff to add in there. And it's always been the 2 C's, the 2 S's, and the 2 W's who have always said they want to give you a stimulus check or multiple checks. So you have the opportunity this weekend, what? After you're falling asleep from the turkey, and you're falling asleep because the Cowboys game is sort of boring, you pick up the phone and you call and you leave a voice message on their voicemail saying, we need an MSC. We need a monthly stimulus check. When you call, don't use the word MSC because they may not know what you're referring to. Use common language. We need monthly or multiple stimulus checks. Tell your story. Advocate why you need it so that when they come back in the office on Monday, they're going to have all those incredible messages from you. And that's what they want you to say. They want to hear from you. Here is the #1 legislator, the #1 recon, his chief of staff. And the message is continue to advocate. Don't stop now. In fact, this is when you step up. They now have in total between congressional senators' offices received more contacts of the advocacy from the LA Purple Power than the Americans the petition. They have a better understanding what Americans are going through. They have heartbreaking stories in the voice of the people across the nation, and you, LA, as you have become too loud to be ignored. Please continue encouragement as a professional voice of the people until this becomes law. Amen. So what does that mean, and what is that in the context of today? In the second half of this video, you are going to see breaking news as the president is now saying to Congress, get this recon done really fast. There's big problems with the White House right now, and he wants his recon to be done really fast. There's efforts by the senators to get the recon done really fast. So you have to get your advocacy done really fast. In the second half of this video, we'll go over that advocacy. But more importantly, we'll go over you advocating for your money to be paid right today. What is it? It is third stimulus. You're going to see how countless viewers in the last 7 days have gotten big bills paid. $8, $9, $10, $20,000 in the last 7 days. Their bills paid during the holiday season. You want bills paid? You want money this week? You want cash this week? Get that pen and paper ready. I'm going to show you how you can get it in the second half of this video. It's third stimulus, and the average viewer of this channel has gotten 45,000. We'll be turning over to student loan debt forgiveness coming up in just a few days. Then this stimulus coming up in January. We'll be turning to the excitement of that recon now off to the Senate and the quick pace, the fast turnaround time they want to do, and the Senate changes that they want to add. Plus, we'll have a preview of the new exciting Holidays LALATE show debuting in 2 hours from now, live on air, direct from Santa Monica, California. A preview and a special holiday message, Thanksgiving message from me to you, to your families. And then more details and more about this incredible recon. Those details coming up in the second half. But first, here's a little bit about the community page. I'll see you back in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now in the second half of this LA video, live, direct from Santa Monica, California, this pre-Thanksgiving day. The House of Representatives passed that incredible recon, but now there's an effort to fast-track it on the Senate. I'll tell you why. And this is breaking news today. We have big programs on top of the potential of an MSC. Those programs will pay you $15,000 at least, the latest details, and a surprise $12,500 will go on top of that. Then, third stimulus still paying out. I'll show you how big monies have been gotten by lots of viewers in the last 7 days and how you can get as well. Student loan debt forgiveness, COLA raise at this stimulus, then a preview of our new hit show coming back from the holiday season. It's called Holidays LA. It's at 11 a.m. in 2 hours from now. Plus a preview of the new Sir Lloyd show with those details and more. I'm excited you're here, and this, my friends, is LA. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record, with a whole slate of new programming coming back to this channel. Like this video and consider becoming a member. Coming next is, of course, the debut, the highly anticipated debut of Holidays LA, the 2021 season. It was a hit show in 2020, and it's coming back for Thanksgiving, starting in 2 hours from now. So tune in. Like this video and consider becoming a member. And here we go. The breaking details this morning that no one really saw coming was a really big shocker. The new unemployment numbers. Now, if you've been with this channel for over a year, you know what happened with unemployment. It was about 220,000 new jobless claims per week before the pandemic hit. Then it shot up to 1 million, stayed at over a million under the Trump administration for 22 plus weeks, then got to 800, then to 600, then into about the 200, 300,000 for the last few weeks. Well, Wall Street was anticipating today it would be 265. That's what Wall Street is looking for, new jobless claims. What did it come in at? It came in at the lowest number since 1969. Whoa, this is huge. So the number came in at literally the lowest number since 1969. This is as inflation is now being felt across suburban America as the worst inflation being impacted since World War II. So, what's going on? A new series of reports released today says the president is really at issue because he has gotten done the last 7 days. First, the infrastructure. 2, the dropping of the unemployment claims. 3, he has released some of the strategic oil reserves, which means he's trying to reduce gas prices. It's not going to work. And number 3, he has gotten the recon passed on the House side. And yet, his polls are dropping. So what is the sense of urgency of the White House right now to get this recon done fast in the Senate? There's a series of reports out today, which I'm going to feature tonight on Afternoons LA. And you're going to see basically what you would have said the same thing. No one really understands nor cares about the roads and bridges. They don't care about these other issues. They care about their wallet. And that's why they want that recon done really quickly. So let's go over to that incredible path to get this recon done really fast. And we start with these checks in this recon. And the surprise of an additional $12,500 check. Oh boy, that's a big shocker. So get that pen and paper ready. First, this recon has a lot of money in here. And that recon starts with about $15,000 of checks. The first one is paid leave and family leave. How much money? A lot. $1,700 a week. $1,700 a week if you make $70,000 or more per year. $800 a week if you make $35,000 or more per year. $400 a week if you make $15,000 or more per year. How many weeks? Up to 4 weeks per year. Yes, that is $5,000 to $6,000 a year. Now, if you do not work, but you're in a household where someone does work and they have to take off from work to take you to the doctor, that's the check for the household. So this is an enormous sum of money across the board for you and the family. And this is for all income eligibility at all levels, W-2, 1099. They got in there, the SALT cap raised up. It's currently $10,000 a limit on what you deduct on the federal tax return of what you pay in state and local taxes. They're going to raise up to $72,500 of what you can deduct on the federal tax return for state and local taxes. They got $40 billion of free job training. Why is this important? Number one, you may have a job and you want to go to a better paid job, and now they'll give you job training, go to a better paid job. And number two, a lot of my seniors want to take temp jobs. Under this stimulus, they'll be able to because they're going to allow you to get back to work and still receive your benefits check. A lot of people ask me about cheaper insurance. They got it in there. This is the Medicaid gap states. 12 Republican governor states did not want to pay for Obamacare, and so now they got it in there. They'll offer years of private insurance to low-income uninsured people in those 12 held-out states. Which brings us to the best provision of this incredible forced stimulus recon, and it is housing. It is $115 billion of housing, and what is this? It is rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and then home repairs, weatherize your home, and also first-time home purchases. Those first 3 items sound familiar, and they should, because they're a repeat of what is in third stimulus. And the surprise is that you do not have to wait for fourth stimulus to get that money. You get it right today. And over a week ago, I told viewers, go start getting money again from third stimulus to pay your bills today, and they have. So get your pen and paper ready, because I'm going to show you how to get your bills paid today. Today, under third stimulus, not fourth. Third stimulus, rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, home repairs, and other items. And I'm going to start with some of the success stories. I said to viewers, send me success stories. And boy, have you sent me great success stories in the last few days. Jay Grant says he got $5,000 of rent and says, we could not have done it without your support. Thank you so much. And I speak for all of us. We love you, LALATE. Thank you so much. Scarpia got on Snap. Melissa got nearly $8,000 for rent and utilities. Lorica got free wood to 2022. Terry Rose yesterday in the live chat said, I love Lorica's story. I do too. She applied my information to her situation. She doesn't have heater, gas, or oil. She heats her home through a wood-burning fireplace, and she cooks on a wood-burning fireplace. So she got wood to the end of 2022. Can you imagine the success story for Marika? Now we have other success stories like Will, Mike, Dee, Monica, Mark, and those have come in the last few days. New today also is Chris. He says, I hope you're feeling better. I am, thank you. I wanted to pass on some news. We just got 3 more months of rent, which is about $5,000, and some more utilities. We previously received $10,000 of rent from your channel. We really appreciate your help. I would have never known about this in the process until I started following you, LA, and listening to you and interacting with other LA viewers. So get well. Hopefully the center will get this done. I was telling my wife, for example, bacon has gone from $4.99 a pound to $7.99 a pound. I would not know. No one brings me bacon. And then Sophia says, I got $700 utilities for heating oil. Hope you feel better and hope your voice comes back soon. You are the best. Well, thank you so much. That is really kind. So let's go over the big money you can get right now. We're going to start with rent. Now, remember, you qualify. So get that pen and paper ready. You qualify. Red state, blue state. Single, married. Children, not children. Behind on bills, not behind on bills. You can get these big sums of money, and it starts first with the rent. This was the money for rent about 3 months ago. It has grown to about $40,000. So where to get the rent? If you remember this channel, it's featured in the newsletter, but let me go over it right now. 6 places. City Hall, City House Authority. County Hall, County House Authority. State Hall, and State Housing Authority. And the keywords you're going to say are rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage utility assistance because of COVID. And there you go. Now, key things. Number 1, you must reach out to all 6 places. Must. You need to put on applications on file everywhere. Don't put one application on file. Number 3, if you got rent before from Organization 1, go back to Organization 1 and get another round. Or if you got rent from Organization 1 last week, then get rent from Organization number 2 today. For anyone who doesn't follow that advice, it's not going to work. So you must do exactly what I just said in those steps and processes. Do the same thing also for mortgage assistance. There we go, utilities. Wow, this is great. So Mark's brother-in-law is getting $15,000 utilities, and this is huge. Utilities are going up a lot. Reach out to all utility companies. And remember, if you are a viewer of this channel and you're watching the show on your cell phone, you can do this. All you need is a phone, a pen, and paper. You do not need the computer. Next, food. You heard earlier in this video, Scarpia got SNAP. If you're on third stimulus, you should not be paying for any amount of food. If you got third stimulus check, you should be getting food from the Department of Agriculture. It's called SNAP. And Mark's brother-in-law is getting $25,000 a year because of this channel. Yes, that's $250,000 over 10 years. Get that money for food. Next, combo. I want you to get multiple items. And Art Sullivan and Nisi started the combo push on this channel. Here's Nisi at 3 items, $23,000. Nancy at 3 items, $32,000. Mark was at 2 items at $32,000. I said, that doesn't cut it, Mark. Go get a third. He did. And he went to $50,000 for 3 items. Now Mark has gotten multiple items. He's at $100,000. Moraine was at 105, and now she's at 120. Which brings us to the epitome of what you should do for third stimulus, and it is Johnny. Johnny was one of 3 viewers who started watching this channel a few weeks ago. He saw the week in 0, as they did. By the middle of the week, the 3 of them had $45,000. Wow. 3 days, $45,000 from 3 items. But Johnny heard my recordings where it said, do not stop, keep on pushing. By the weekend, he got 7 items. The reason why I like Johnny's story is because he understood you're going to have a no and you're going to have a yes. So don't stop at a no, get some more yeses. He had to have called 15 places to get 7 yeses. That is why I like Johnny's story. 15 places, 5 days. How much did he get? $80,000 in 5 days from his show. That's what you do. Then I like his story because of what happened the following Monday. He told his family members. They said, what? What'd you get this for? Third stimulus, $80,000 from LALATE. He's the real deal. They said, Johnny, there's no money in third stimulus except a $1,400 stimulus check. He said, no. You have to stop watching local news, broadcast media, print media, the other YouTube channels. They don't cover it. He covers it. It's in there. By the end of this week, those 2 family members were believers. They each got $50,000. Why do I like that? Because this is what's important. You should not look to other sources of information as self-validation of the situation. Broadcast media will never cover an MSC. They don't care a hoot's nanny about you. They, print media, YouTube, print broadcast media, print media, they have never covered all the checks under first, second, third, or even under fourth stimulus. So they really don't care to get you money, and they really don't care to get you the detail of the money. Are they covering the Maxine Waters money? Are they covering the electric vehicle? Are they covering the Pell Grant? Are they covering any of these things? No, they really don't go into specifics. That is why LALATE is the #3 broadcast channel in America for financial news, and #1 for geopolitical news, which is this. So this is how we do it. Let's cut back into the exciting details of fourth stimulus, which we left off with the housing aid. We talked about the home repairs and the weatherizing and the first-time home purchases. First-time home purchases will be money that come to you during the escrow of the purchase of that home. Then the weatherize your home will be like windows and glass and roof. And then the first time, and then the low-income community home repairs will be a grant across the board. Let's go to the other checks in this recon, and they start with the $150 billion for in-home health care for seniors and people on disabilities. Incredible. They got in there the $550 check for my Pell Grant recipients, and here comes the big shocker. Are you ready for an additional $12,500? Yes, it is the electric vehicles with a new twist today. You and I had always seen the electric vehicles as a back-end check, meaning you pay the car, you buy the car, and then you do something on the tax return and you get the money back. No. A series of new reports say that the Senate version will end with this being a front-end check. You go in the dealership, you pay $30,000 for the electric vehicle, for example, and then the price will be cut $12,500 front end. You walk out the door paying $12,500 less immediately. Oh boy, this is a game changer. This is a big new $12,500 cash infusion. I know a lot of people's eyes just pop out of their socket when I just said that. No one saw this coming. Then, I think the president's going to have to change this provision. Why? The purpose of the provision is to do climate-friendly incentives. It is not to do geographic-friendly incentives. There's a wonderful car out there. It's called the Ford Mustang Mach-E. It's an SUV. It's electric. It's beautiful. It's not on the high end of the pricing of electric vehicles. It's sort of in the middle. Well, it's Ford. It qualifies. It's a union plant. It qualifies. It's U.S. union workers. It qualifies. But it's built in Mexico. That is a language in the recon that has to get modified. It will make sense because you want more electric vehicles sold. You don't want less. Then they need $65 per child in there. They got $65 per child in there when they're not in school, which brings us to one of the best provisions of the recon of cheaper medication around the board. Cheaper medication. Medicare Part B, Medicare Part D, which is diabetes, arthritis, cancer, the most expensive medications. Right out the door, as soon as this becomes law, 20 medications will slash dramatically in pricing. For example, insulin doses will go $1,000 to $35 a dose. Then, by year 2028, it will grow to 30 medications, not increasing more than the rate of inflation. And if it does, there is a penalty provision. Penalty provision? Not so, says Pat Toomey. The Republican senator says you cannot put a penalty provision in the recon. I think he's right. And I think it's going to come out. And who's going to do it? Potentially the Senate parliamentarian this coming week. She's looking at provisions that come out of the recon, like potentially immigration reform, which she previously ruled cannot be in there, and also paid leave. Remember, if a provision comes out, the money still stays in there and can be reallocated to your MSC. So, what are the senators doing? If you look at the 6 senators who want to do an MSC, they all say it's a good bill, but it has major gaps that need to be filled, and they're going to do those very fast. And that is Bernie Sanders, who is among the 2 C's, the 2 S's, and the 2 W's, who all tell news this week, we're going to add a lot of stuff on the Senate side. We're excited it's there, and we're going to move quickly. So, get that pen and paper ready. Time to get some more checks. And we're going to start with the universal pre-kindergarten, 1 year, 3 to 4 year olds. The child care back-end check. The CTC, the child tax credit, $3,600. The home health care, we went over the earned income tax credit back-end for my essential workers. They got in there also the Pell Grant, $550 check. The $65 per month when the student's not in school. And then the housing. So what is Bernie going to add in there? Bernie wants to add in there, in addition to that MSC, 3 Medicare expansion provisions. The first is lowering the eligibility age of Medicare. The second is dental, and the third is vision. So, first, he wants to drop the Medicare eligibility age from 65 to 55. I think it's too low. Bob Casey wants it at 60. I think that'll happen. Then he wants to do dental. Dental was previously in there 10 years, too expensive. Then he offered 3 years full benefits. I think that works. But the last provision in there, it was a check, $850 check to people on Medicare. I don't think that cuts it. Most procedures are more than $850. And finally, vision. Bernie wants a pair of frames and a pair of new eye exam per year. Very easy. Eye exam $50. Pair of frames, very easy. I mean, it's so simple. Why would anyone question it? They would question it because they're part of frameworks. Frameworks. People just don't see eye to eye to this, and people have a lot of opinions about those incredible frames. What are their opinions? Their opinions are, everything from, more frames, more money, maybe a pair of shades, a pair of sunglasses. They just got lots of opinions about those frames. And some of the opinions are hysterical. Some of the opinions are very serious. And what are your opinions? Well, before you voice your opinions, let's take a look and see the latest details on frameworks. And that is frameworks. Student loan debt forgiveness heating up. The president wants to do an additional $10,000 round of student loan debt forgiveness. Democrats should take it. It would be a big win, and this is what the president, he needs more wins. The offer is $10,000. He previously forgave loan debts for individuals who became disabled, people who went to work in the nonprofit sector or the public sector 10 years after graduation. Democrats should take it. This stimulus. Whoa. So your benefits checks are going up 5.9% January 1st. This is you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits. The Democrats want to do FIS stimulus, which would raise your benefits up one big time, then apply a new benchmark next December. Inflation. That's the new benchmark. Inflation every year, which would be 2 to 3%. So you get 3 steps up in 1 year. They will remove the asset cap, remove the income cap, and remove the marriage penalty, and love is going to win. This stimulus is needed because they want to catch up you on benefits and bring you up to par right away. Meantime, if you haven't become a member, what are you doing? Hit that membership link under the video and become a member today to get the newsletter. It comes out Monday through Friday, even during this holiday week. And that membership newsletter features the big money under first, second, and third stimulus. The viewers who've gotten big money under third stimulus are the viewers who have learned and listened and applied the information. Look at all those viewers early in this video who got $5,000, $6,000 in just the last 7 days. That is viewers who have read the newsletter and being very detailed. It's important to understand that the newsletter has the 6 places you must reach out to. The keywords you say, the Treasury statement about the cash infusion of $13 billion you want to read before making a phone call. Also the 5 nonprofits. It features all the important information so you can get that money right today because you have bills to pay. It's the holiday season and bills across the board have to be paid. So consider becoming a member today and getting that credible newsletter across the board. It was very important for me to send a holiday to come on camera because I want to be part of the family with you during this holiday season. I also wanted to reflect on something I've always wondered. Have you ever wondered what turkeys think about our eating? We focus on turkeys eating, but what do turkeys think about our eating? As we go into a Thanksgiving meal or a Thanksgiving holiday week, do you wonder what turkeys think when they look at us eating? If you've never thought about that, here is my insight on what turkeys may think when watching Americans eat this Thanksgiving week. And there you go. I'm excited to be back. Thank you for your kind messages during this holiday week. I hope you have a beautiful week as well. But due to enticement, excitement, and spices, the wonderful hit show of 2020 is back in 2 hours from now. What is that show? It's Home LALATE. Home LALATE will be airing on over the holidays in the noontime time slot, which is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It'll start with the latest update about the geopolitical news, about the economy, about your stimulus, about the recon, about the MSC. And then the second half of this video will feature holiday decor, holiday meals, holiday spirit, holiday preparing, and all the holiday questions you have on air. It was a very popular show in 2020, and it's back for the 2021 season. It's Holidays LA. Also returning is the new Sirloin Javita Late Blaine 66 new show coming to this channel. But in 2 hours from now, join me live on air as Holiday LA returns. And for the first time ever, take a preview of the new Holidays LA at 11 a.m. daily live on the channel. And join me in 2 hours from now as the debut of that show kicks off the new Holidays LA at 11 a.m. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful morning, and stay with LA for more.